So right now, this priest, main ways of applying atonement, Radiance, Power Word Shield, and then Shadow Mend. That's it. And you're spamming shields. And you're spamming shields. And honestly, it feels great. Honestly, it feels great. We're back to Disc Priest playstyle. I think this priest has been the most talked about healer. Probably been the most talked about healer in Battle for Azeroth. Tons of people were complaining or happy about the changes that happened. Biggest change, shield spam is back. Plea is gone. No one probably cared about Plea. Let's be honest, it kind of feels clunky if you really think about it. If I really think about it, Plea is kind of clunky. So I'm not overly sad about the loss of it. Shield spam is back. Either people like it or not. I honestly like it. I don't know why. Like, I mean, Plea felt, I don't know how many people feel like this, but Plea feels to me like an in-between spell. Something that's like, you know, if Plea actually had a good healing attached to it, it might feel a bit more interesting. But spamming shields, honestly, I was scared about spamming shields. Why was I scared? Why are people scared about the shield spam? Because Mastery has been changed. Mastery has been changed. Instead of increasing the atonement healing, now Mastery increases the damage of the penance, the absorption of Power Word Shield, and the healing of Shadow Man. So people were like, whoa, if I'm gonna stack a tons of Mastery, my Power Word Shield is gonna be insanely strong. Right now, my Power Word Shield is absorbing 1,600 damage. I have 18,000 HP, so it's a small portion. It's actually a very small portion of anyone's HP. The only time that this becomes good is when you activate Rapture, and that increases the shielding activated now. And now my shield is absorbing 4,800 damage. So now you're getting a like pretty overpowered shields, which is really interesting as well. I'm not using penance enough for this. Oh yeah, also the fact is, okay, yeah, I'm using a specific legendary. There is a bug, I don't know if I should mention this. There is a bug with the legendaries, with Norganon's Foresight. I'm able to cast while moving. Like, you gain the buff from the legendary boots, and you can just cast while moving. Constantly. I mean, this is not a feature of Disciplined Priests. Maybe not yet. I think I'm supposed to soak these, actually. I think I'm supposed to be soak these. Like, honestly, the game style has been simplified. The game style has been simplified. The talents have changed. I got a debuff. What do I do with this debuff? I think I'm supposed to soak these. I can't remember what I'm supposed to do on this. Either way, pretend you don't know what's going on. That's the way they do bosses. Like, the talents for discs have changed quite a bit. Like, tier 75 is completely new. You don't have Sanctuary here anymore. You don't have Shadow Covenant. You have now Lenience, which used to be a relic choice, or used to be a relic. Atonements reduce the damage taken by 3%. Pretty, like, I mean, it's probably gonna be like one of those progression talents. It's probably gonna be one of those progression talents. And I understand why, like, you know, damage reduction is really strong in progression. Orison, Power Word Shield instantly heals the targets. So now my Power Word Shield is not only a damage preventing tool, but it also has this, like, you know, this kind of like a little push towards damage or healing, a little push towards instant healing. So that's kind of cool. That's actually really cool. Okay, this is the hard part. This is Indiana Jones. This is Indiana Jones. We can do it. This separates the pros from the plebs right here. Oh yeah, I forgot. This priest also have. I was about to highlight this. I was about to highlight what this priest have. Holy Nova! Holy Nova! AoE damage for this priest. You know what? Right now it's not doing that much for me, like in terms of numbers. But honestly, you know what was interesting about this piece of gameplay? Like, you're a damage healer who has these damaging abilities and who deals a lot of healing through damage, yet you don't have an AoE ability to deal damage. So now you do. I don't know how the numbers are gonna work out. It's good. Honestly, it's really good. Oh yeah, and I also forgot to mention the bad parts about this priest healing. Light's Wrath is no longer here, so you're kinda missing on this. You're kinda missing out on this. Oof. Like, I need burst healing right now. Like, you do have barrier, but that's about it. You do have barrier, but that's not much of a, you know, burst healing. And you do have, sorry, you also have Shadow Fiend, which if used properly can be good. Wow. Let's use Rapture. We need Rapture, boys. We need Rapture. You see the shields that I'm doing now with Rapture? Really, really strong. Really, really strong shields. This is lasting quite a long time. I'm getting out-healed. I'm getting out-healed by a Blood DK. We're back to this kind of game style. Or maybe I'm just bad. It's one of those. It's one of those. I need to get some mana back. Yeah, but talent-wise, you also have Orison, or whatever you say, Contrition. When you heal with Penance, everyone with your Atonement is healed. So this is a spell like, what if I can't hit the boss? What if I can't damage the boss? Like, an example. Imana, Bridge Phase. There's nothing to do for you except to actually use Rapture and just huddle people. Now, if you actually use Contrition, you could actually heal with Penance, and your Atonements would be no. You won't feel completely useless. You won't feel completely useless. Also, you have a new tier 100 talent, which is Luminous Barrier. Creates a barrier on all allies within 40 yards, absorbing damage. It's a 3-minute cooldown. It's not a new 3-minute cooldown. It actually replaces barrier, which makes it quite, I imagine, quite weak. I actually like the removal of Plea. I feel Plea. Right now, if I go back to the live servers and I'm playing my Discipline Priest, I would be like, get rid of Plea. Get rid of Plea. I don't want it anymore. I honestly enjoy it. It simplified the game just enough to make it more interesting. Just enough to make it more interesting. And why is that? Because if you use Plea, if you're unsure about when to use Plea as a new Discipline Priest or whatever, you can run out of mana quite easily. You can run out of mana quite easily. It acts like a middleman talent, you know, like a middleman spell that helps you apply atonements, but at the same time, it just doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good applying it. It doesn't feel good for me to apply it because Plea is like, I feel what Blizzard has achieved with the shield spam with Orison. It's pretty great right now. It's pretty great right now. Shields are not too powerful. Like I said before, they're not too powerful at all. My biggest concern was, do Disc Priests get shields that absorb like 90% of players' HP? I mean, is it going to be possible? Is it going to be possible if you stack a lot of mastery? I'm not sure yet, but right now the shields are not overpowered. They don't feel too strong. Plus the damage I'm putting out is not half bad. I need to see a bit more about the damage. Shadow Fiend. Like it just feels right, honestly. Honestly, it just feels right. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, in terms of which talents to choose, I mean, Shield Discipline, when your power shield is completely absorbed, it restores 0.5% of your maximum mana, feels extremely strong. I'm not sure if that's going to be, you know, the best for 5-mans. Like, I mean, Mindbender does provide more DPS. So it's probably going to be like in terms of, do I need mana or do I need more DPS or things like that. Body and Soul, I don't know. Maybe, possibly. Possibly. Luminous Barrier, like I mentioned before, it actually replaces Power Word Shield, Power Word Barrier. So it actually feels quite weak. I think I'm supposed to run away from ads here. Yeah. It's exactly what I'm supposed to do. I honestly quite happy about these changes. I'm honestly quite happy about these changes. I can't complain. I feel Disc, if the shields are not going to be too overpowered, Disc is going to benefit. Or at least I feel Disc is going to bring back a lot of people who felt, or at least Battle for Azeroth, Discipline Priest gameplay is going to bring back a lot of people who are not playing Discipline Priest anymore because they felt Discipline Priests were a little bit, I don't know, too difficult, too hard, or just not a fun game style for them anymore. I feel that a lot of Discipline Priests will come back. I genuinely think they will.